April 30th, I'm Bridget Quinn. Here's what's happening. The city today says goodbye to the Navy ship Comfort. Darius Radzius will be live. The state health department investigates the dozens of bodies found in two unrefrigerated trucks in Brooklyn, Glenchuck reports. As New Jersey parks reopen Saturday, California's governor closes the beaches while Florida slowly begins to reopen. And newly unsealed documents show FBI officials wanted a former Trump national security advisor to lie to them so they could get him fired.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you, Paul. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy will meet with Donald Trump at the White House this morning to press for billions of dollars in budget aid because of the coronavirus. Murphy has said he has spoken to Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin to try to loosen spending rules for the $150 billion dedicated to cities and states. New Jersey has the second highest number of coronavirus cases after New York.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. So, Marcus Conte reporting. How you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? Thought I'd pick some folky music today, man. A little folky. Folky sound. Piles of bodies. We're going to talk about some stuff today, man. Talk about some shit today, right? So, pile of bodies in the morgue, in a U-Haul truck. In a U-Haul truck, a couple of brothers tossing bodies into a U-Haul truck here in Brooklyn, New York. I'll tell you all about it. Tell you what I know about it. I don't know much more than what the mainstream media is reporting, but we'll take a look at it, man. I know the area. I know the hood where this shit was taking place. Also, online deleting of YouTube videos, epic right now. Those two doctors, the guy that starts with an E and Eric Son, whatever his name is. Remember those doctors? Their videos got deleted, and everybody who talked about that shit got deleted as well. Can you believe it? Like my video got knocked down. I want to tell you about it. I'll tell you all about it without getting in more YouTube jail. They just deleted it and said, "Oh, you can appeal," but that never works. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Tobacco Row in the house. Vinny D. Martini. What's up, Vinny? Trust the shooters. Chris Mike. I'm feeling a little down today, so just bear with me. I had a little bit of a low blood pressure day or some shit like that. I'll tell you all about that too, man. So how you doing? Thanks everybody for joining me. Sorry for the late start as well. We are here. We're going to talk about the news. Nathan Purvis in the house. Good morning, Nathan Purvis, Andy Garcia, Kingfish Kebab. Thank you, man. We got a real crew today. We got a real crew going, man. People coming by saying hi. So, Marcus Conte in the morning. This is a new thing we got going here. So, kindly visit my website when you get a chance. MarcusConte.com. Slap around on the pages. Right now, as you see from yesterday, front and center is yesterday's piece on crazy conspiracy alcoholic George Webb and his Wuhan conspiracy to smear Mattia Benassi, and more on his crazy psychopath brother, Dave the actor, Dave the stalker, and all the exhibits. So that's up on front, and all as the week moves on, these drop down, and then you see the archives over here. So you'll see in April, April's archives as well. It's important. It's important to get a web presence, right? So I don't know what that little spinny thing is, but it goes away after a second. I put together a collection of photos too. So anyway, that's enough self-promotion. If you could kindly make a donation there in the tip jar and such, that would be graciously. See, this is a problem right here, right? Is anybody else experiencing that? The little twirly thing, that's not part of the deal, man. When I signed up for the website, they didn't say there'd be some twirly thing before the fucking page opens, right? Shit is crazy, man. So while we were playing I just wanted to say, while we were playing the AM radio, I just heard, if you heard, all of the head stories that they were talking about are relevant, and I'm going to talk about them. But the fact that the Comfort, the ship, the Comfort, is leaving New York today. I didn't know that. So I'm going to try to go down there in a little while, and hopefully it didn't leave yet. I'll track that ship. If it's by the end of this program, if it's still there and it's ready to leave, I'll go. I'll try to film it. So I really didn't know that it was leaving. Why? Because it's fucking empty. It's an empty boat, right? So let's talk about this. Let's talk about dozens of bodies found in U-Haul trucks outside of New York City funeral home. Well, it sounds like a big deal, right? It sounds like some crazy shit. Let's take a look where it is, right? Oh shit! So here it is in Brooklyn, New York. This is me by the bridge over here, right? And it's close by. I mean, I could get on the subway and go over there. Well, it's in the hood. And let's have a look. Let's visit the funeral home. Retro. Let's visit the funeral home. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Come on, go down, man. Go down. There we go. Street level. On the street. Here we are on the street. There it is. Now, interestingly, on Google Maps, they have this blacked out thing, right? That's part of it. I never saw that before, right? So this is the neighborhood, Flatlands, Brooklyn. This is the joint right here. Andrew Klecki Funeral Services. There's a phone number if you want to call. Burials and cremations. There's the address to 2037A. And look at these fine people. Black. That's a black neighborhood. That's where they bury the blacks. Does it matter to the story? I don't know. It is interesting that there's between 40 and 60 bodies piled up in Brooklyn. Are they COVID-19 related? I don't know. Everything's COVID-19 related these days, right? So let's listen. Let's read the story. Let's read the evidence that the fine New York Post has gathered for us. Dozens of bodies found in U-Haul trucks outside of New York City funeral home. And we just saw the funeral home here in Brooklyn. Police found dozens of bodies being stored in unrefrigerated trucks. Ooh, that's bad. Outside, see, if you store bodies at 34, 35 degrees, they'll stay fine for months or weeks, I believe, right? With very little change. But if you jack the temperature up to like 60, they start to decompose and smell and stink and leak. So, police found dozens of bodies being stored in unrefrigerated trucks outside of a Brooklyn funeral home and lying on the facility's floor. So there was some inside the trucks and some on the floor, law enforcement told the police. Now, there's nothing wrong with a funeral parlor having dead bodies laying around. That's what they do, right? But right, it's a funeral parlor. That's where when you die, that's where you go. They stock your body up, and then they either cremate you or throw you in the ground. So there's no foul play in a place having a bunch of dead bodies. But why did they put them in the U-Haul truck? So between 40 and 60 bodies were discovered. Now that's ridiculous. Between 40 and 60 bodies. Why? You can't count to 50? You can't count to 60? Why do we get between 40 and 60? How many? Was it 57? Was it 42? How many bodies? That's sketchy right there. How come you don't know how many bodies between 40 and 60? Oh, all right. Give or take 20 bodies. Were discovered either stacked up in the U-Haul trucks outside of Andrew Klecki Funeral Services in Flatlands, Brooklyn, or on the floor after neighbors reported a foul odor around the property. Damn, foul fucking odor, man. Right? The corpses were stacked on top of each other in the trucks. Okay, well, you gotta save space. So what? Fluid leaking from inside created a terrible smell and caused neighboring store owners to call the police. Oh man, this is smelling, man, right? Dead. The NYPD detectives were joined by several other city agencies investigating the trucks at the Utica Avenue facility Wednesday evening with the section of the street closed off. John DePietro, who owns a neighborhood property, said he had observed cadavers being stored in the trucks for at least several weeks during the coronavirus pandemic. Again, nothing unusual to see bodies being stored, but why weren't they moving on to the next location? Why? Why are they storing bodies? Why is this big deal about nursing homes allegedly storing bodies in the basement or something? Who knows? You don't respect the dead that way. That could have been my father, my brother. Well, that's emotional. What else? So, we'll look at these pictures. Let's look at the pictures. Pictures are cool. So here's a couple of brothers stocking the bodies. What do you got? You need bodies? We got bodies. This looks like a hazmat. This looks like official. Now, are they going to return the trucks? Are they going to return the trucks after fucking stocking dead bodies in there and stink of dead bodies? Hey, return your truck. Here's your $14.95. Thank you, $19.95. Here's your truck back. It's fucking stinking of dead bodies. Right? That's like something right out of a gangster movie. You know what I'm saying? So here's a couple of brothers stacking some bodies. There's some U-Haul trucks. It seems like they had a few of them. And, just workers. Come on. They're getting paid. This is their job. They work in a funeral parlor. Go stack the bodies. They say, okay. It's no big deal. There's no crime here. There's no crime. If you're looking for a crime, there isn't any. It's just like, what the fuck are those dead bodies doing? You're stinking up the neighborhood, and you're scaring people, right? Fear of the dead bodies. Fear of the dead bodies. There's dead bodies in the truck in Brooklyn. Be afraid. That's what's going on over there. So here's some more pictures. Here's the funeral parlor. We just saw it. There it is. Yeah, that's official. That's the one. And what's in the garbage bags? You should check the garbage bags, man. I used to do that, right? I told you I was a sanitation enforcement agent, and sometimes you would have to open a bag, and you never know what you would find in there. People, not me personally, but people have found, body parts. You find a head. Right? Imagine you open a garbage bag and you find a head or an arm sticking out. Fucking an arm comes out. Shit happens. It does happen. But if you find like medical waste, if you find like pills or syringes, you're supposed to stop what you're doing and call some agency and whatever. I never did it because it never happened to me. I never encountered any of that. But you do wonder what's in their trash. You might want to pop some of those bags open, dude. Find out what else is in there. So here's a friendly cop with some Clorox, some dead bodies in there. He's got his mask on, not because he's afraid of coronavirus, because it fucking stinks like dead bodies, dead meat. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, brother? You got some dead bodies. We got some dead bodies right here for you, man. Dude, motherfucker, you want some dead bodies? I got some dead bodies for you. Oh, shit. So what else have we got here? Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, who's also black, is on the scene, but could not confirm any details of the storage. Adams said the city needed to ramp up staff for a bereavement committee. What the fuck is that? To deal with the surging deaths due to coronavirus. No, it's not a surging death. Right? Our friendly doctors told us millions of cases, small amount of deaths. Millions of cases, small amount of death. Even though their videos got yanked down, we still know. My video's up. Go to my website. Go to my website and you will find the video. Mysteriously, YouTube knocked it down, but I got it. I got my video and you can watch it. And I also left links to where you can find the other stuff. So you need to bring in funeral directors, morgues, clergies when you find bodies in trucks like this throughout our city, treating them in an undignified manner. I don't know. Is there an undignified way of stocking someone into a? I don't think the dead body minds. I mean, I guess there's a point in there. You got to be dignified, and you got to worship the body and call the family and all this bullshit. So police called in the State Department of Health. A spokesman at the agency said the department is actively looking into the matter, but couldn't comment further. I was going to go out today. I was going to go out into the show you the cherry blossoms blooming here in Brooklyn, but it's fucking raining again, man. It's cold too. It's cold in New York. Cold, 45, rain. Brrr. This fucking shit is cold, man. So the funeral home told officers that the bodies were supposed to be going to a crematorium, but they didn't come and pick them up, sources told the Post. Okay, so there's your answer. Right there. People are not working. So funeral home calls the crematorium, and they didn't pick up the bodies. Right? It's like garbage piling up. It's like they didn't do their job. Right? So you see the big deal. It's like, oh, there's dead bodies piling up in trucks in Brooklyn. So many bodies. No, it's not because there's so many bodies. It's because they're not moving down the supply chain to the crematorium where they should be burned and or buried. Right? See how you just blow a hole in the fucking story, right? It's hype. Be afraid. Corpse began being stored in the trucks after the company's freezers stopped working correctly. So they have a freezer. They have some sort of freezer, and it didn't work, right? And nobody's working, so how are they going to fix the freezer if nobody's working? Which also makes sense. Right, we got this giant freezer. This is where we store the dead bodies. It's in the basement. I know it's a little gross. It's a freezer, but we freeze the bodies there and everything until the crematorium comes and picks them up. But guess what? The freezer broke down, and I had a couple of brothers throw the bodies on a truck. Go rent a U-Haul and store the bodies. See, easy. There's an easy answer to it. Solution. So no, there's no foul play here. Nothing to see. There's no reason to run down there and sniff out the dead bodies. They were storing them in U-Haul trucks. We knew what was going on, but not the extent, the owner said. The owner said? The owner didn't know what was going on? That's bullshit. One thing to be killed by coronavirus, another to be treated inhumanely. All right, whatever. How about the inhumane? Calls to the funeral company went unanswered Wednesday afternoon. Well, that's normal. Why do they want to talk to you, New York Post? Workers, some not wearing protective equipment, could be seen taking bodies from the facility into the night. A tarp was extended from the building to shield the process as Dodge Caravan minivans backed up onto the sidewalk to receive the corpses. A gentle wind occasionally blew the tarp back to reveal the body bags as they were wheeled into the minivans on gurneys. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy story, right? It's a fuck up. That's all it is. Right? It's just the way they're doing it is they're just totally unprofessional. Right? You don't see this all over the city, especially in the residential neighborhoods. One shocked cop told the Post, "Never seen anything like this." Well, that's an interesting comment. They should have put that one first. That the NYPD cop never seen anything like this, because I certainly have never seen anything like it. So it's a fuck up. Nothing to see here. They mishandling. That's all it is, man. So you can go back to go back into hiding. So that's that story. I started with the top story. Now I got nothing to talk about, man. But I really wonder. I think the real shit is how many trucks did they have? They don't know, between 40 and 60 bodies. Right? That's a lot of bodies. So they probably have like 4 or 5 trucks. Are they going to return those trucks? Are they going to hose them down? Is that what the bleach is for? You saw the bleach and they popped the trunks open they popped the hood with the bleach. You see see bleach. Are they going to bleach those trucks? Are the trucks forever polluted because they stored dead bodies in there? I don't know. Something definitely to think about. So what else we got here? So here we got to talk on that. We got to walk on eggshells. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. YouTube is on the prowl again. Thank you, Elephant Pounce, Jason Walls, Sunflower, Pyramid 7's here, Vanderloo, David Wilson, Magazog. The Magazog is here to tell us all about the Maga stuff. Jessley Snipes, good morning. Jessley Snipes, Vinny DiMartini in the house. On the wrench, we got Vinny in the house. Don't be a dick, and you won't get timed out. If you get timed out in the chat, that's your fault because you're being a dick. Wake and bake. Wake and bake. Wake and bake. Sounds like Chris Mike. Einstein as Robin Hood. Einstein's Robin Hood. Liz Rivard. If I forgot your name, man, don't take it personal, man. I'm trying to do a show here. Right? Anna B. Christian Lifetime, New York City. Hello. Chris Mike, what's up? So thank you, everybody, for joining us. So let's talk about this, right? So the other day, right, fascinating, amazing, miraculously, two doctors in California spoke the truth about the millions of cases of coronavirus and very small amount of death. And for that, they were attacked vigorously. Now, when I saw that, I told you that was magic right there. That was magical, mystical kind of information getting to us, and that we must pay attention to what these guys are saying. They were crunching the numbers and the evidence, though those numbers and evidence seem to be in conflict with the mainstream propaganda or the mainstream talking points of millions of bodies in very few cases. The opposite. That video was yanked from YouTube. So I'm going to play this report by a channel 23 ABC because they could tell you the details better than I can. All I know is that channel 23 ABC got their video yanked. Their report on the subject got yanked from YouTube for violation of community rights. It's all bullshit. Community guidelines. It's all crap. There's no recourse with YouTube. So they got their video yanked. I got my video yanked. A lot of people got their video yanked. Well, let's talk about their video getting yanked because they talked about it for a bunch of minutes. So check this out.
Connecting you.
That's the end of it. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I got to stall. Here we go. There's some kind of bullshit right here, right? There's some kind of bullshit ad, so I got to kill 30 seconds. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is a good report. You're going to love it. Just let the ad play out. The video is actually playing, but...
A week since a pair of local doctors held a news conference calling for shelter-in-place orders to be lifted across the state. 23 ABC's video of that press conference had garnered more than 5 million views on YouTube, but last night, YouTube removed that video.
5 million people saw those two videos. 5, and that's just in one spot on YouTube.
Stating it violated YouTube community guidelines. 23 ABC's Bayan Wang has been following this development and joins us live from Northwest Bakersfield now. Bayan?
Yeah, Jessica, when the doctor's news conference was removed from our YouTube page, man, all of our phones were ringing off of the hook, the public calling in, blowing up our phones, our emails, accusing us of violating freedom of speech laws. But we know that is the furthest from the case that there is. YouTube confirmed with us that they removed our video from YouTube because they believe our video violated community guidelines. Now this incident catching national attention.
I say, do we need to still shelter in place? Our answer is emphatically.
Okay, no. I'm going to talk over this guy.
Do we need businesses to be shut down?
I don't want to get struck because the video is now forbidden. It's forbidden.
Erickson and Artin Masihi held a news conference last week making controversial statements about lifting shelter-in-place orders. The video received over 5 million views on YouTube, but that video was abruptly taken down by YouTube for content they say violated YouTube policy. YouTube sent us this statement saying, in part, the content explicitly disputes the efficacy of local health authorities' recommendations on social distancing that may lead others to act against that guidance. Joseph Russo
disputes the official narrative. Wow, is that revealing? That's what YouTube said. It disputes the official narrative of social distancing required when two professionals, two doctors, two people that study virology their whole lives are saying it, and that doesn't qualify. What a crock of shit. It's communism. It's deep censorship, guys.
A mass communication law professor at Arizona State University says the doctor's controversial comments played a role.
It would seem to me that what YouTube's concern...
They're not controversial. They're cutting edge. The comments from the two doctors are cutting edge. They're revealing information as it's revealed. That's cutting edge. There's no other way. It's always cutting edge. Always. Comes after common knowledge. There's common knowledge. Oh, we got to social distance. We got to take all these measures to stay away from each other and protect ourselves. And then comes along the evidence that there is way more cases and way less death. Right? And that's how you go forward. That's what these doctors were talking about, going forward. 100% right.
Is the potential harm that this video may contain. If you look at it as I'm sure you have, the content of it is contrary to what most members of the medical community are saying about COVID-19.
But with over 1 billion users and as a haven for expressions, is YouTube considered a public forum that should uphold freedom of speech?
Yes.
There are those who would argue that while it's not the same as the old-time town square sort of setting, that in a digital age, in a social media age, that it in fact has taken the place of that, and in fact should be construed as a public forum.
But according to a 2017 federal court case involving conservative nonprofit organization PragerU versus YouTube, YouTube contended that the First Amendment should not dictate how they moderate content on their platform. The court ruled in favor of YouTube, who removed PragerU videos that were made with a conservative perspective. And 23 ABC, we reached out to YouTube. We submitted an appeal wondering why our video was removed. Their decision to put our video back up is still pending. We also got a chance to speak to Dan Erickson, who told me that he knows he was pushing against the grain. He knows that these kind of things aren't unprecedented. He thinks that this is exactly what he was expecting. Now, if you want to watch that full press conference, you can head to our website, turnitin23.com. We posted the full press conference there. You could also head to our Facebook page and watch it on any of our streaming services, including Apple TV, Roku, and Android.
All right. Thank you very much for doing that, man. Thank you very much for putting up the deleted video. So you heard a lot of things in there. YouTube is saying, oh, First Amendment, fuck you. We're a private business. We can delete anybody we want. I say about YouTube, having thought about this quite a bit, YouTube should have the right to monetize anybody they want or demonetize anybody they want. What they shouldn't have the right to do is deliberately rig the search for people like me who don't get searched, right, or don't get recommended. There should be one kind of way of searching. You search the content, and however that, when Google used to be a true search engine, that's what it was. The engine would find the search with the most amount of views, and then as that particular video catches on, it gets moved to the top. That's the way it's supposed to work in a fair, free society. It's like being out in the square, and the loudest voice wins. If you got the loudest voice, you get heard. It's very similar. That's what it should be, but it's not. It's high. They delete out certain people, and they delete out certain content. Like, for example, what you just saw. So again, if you want, mine was here. It was on YouTube, and now it's. I'll show you where it is. It's over here on this very fine channel, and maybe we might be doing more business over there. You know what I mean? Because YouTube doesn't respect our business. YouTube is just being, they got too big to fail. Well, too big to follow the First Amendment. I don't know. Seems to be a lot of that shit going on, man. Seems to be a lot of that shit going on. Leave a tip while you're here, right? Oh, can't reach it. Why can't you reach my tip jar? Why can't you reach my tip jar? God damn it. This site's a little clunky. I don't know what's going on with it. I got to call up and find out. Can't be reached. How about reloading it? I don't know why my tip jar is down. I got to find my tip jar. So what else are we talking about? Here's something interesting. You want to be afraid. Be afraid. Be afraid, mofos. Be afraid of everybody and everything. Be afraid of droplets from one cough on a plane. Here's patient 0 on the plane, and he coughs. And he pollutes everybody on the plane, right? Watch the visual. This is fucking great, right? So watch. And it spreads. Right? Hits everybody, right? I'm not buying it, right? I thought it was. I mean, this is how viruses spread? I thought it was contact. So it is a scare tactic. Just being on that plane doesn't make you sick. But here it is, right? So they gave the statistics of how you would catch it on a flight like this, and it's not everybody. All right, countless jobs at risk. Blah blah blah. Where's the thing there? Yeah. Boeing has been experimenting with bathroom sanitizers. Great. And ultraviolet light. They want to expose people to ultraviolet light. Maybe that'll kill the viruses while they're on the plane. Researchers found that passengers sitting with SARS patients in the 7-row section of a Boeing 767 would have a 1 in 3 chance of getting sick from a 5-hour flight. So 1 in 3 patients in a 7-row section. 7 rows. That's a pretty big area. So if you're sitting with someone for 5 hours on a flight, and you're within 7 rows of them, you stand a 1 in 3 chance of getting sick. On a shorter flight, the risk was 1 in 5. Okay, but they also discovered that I dispute this. This is fucking crazy, man. This is witchery. Changing the ventilation system, for example, by having airflow into the cabinet from near the floor rather than from above would cut the risk by half. All right, so there's a problem, right? Suck the air out. The ventilation in planes is bad. It's probably bad on the trains where I am too. And, a reason to wear, in this kind of environment, to wear a mask, I would say. I would definitely wear one if I was on the plane for all those hours. But still, 1 in 3 chance of getting sick on a 5-hour flight and 7 rows. Let's watch the spit fly again. I don't know. It's just, again, scare. Be afraid. Be afraid. I want to talk about that in a second. The fear. I've been observing fear. I did observe an insane amount of fear in just walking around. I'm starting to notice it. And I want to give you one example, a personal thing. Oh shit! I almost forgot to tell you, man. I got a letter from the White House. Man. I got a letter. Did you get your letter? I heard a lot of people got letters from the White House, man. But I got mine, man. I'm gonna frame this shit, man. Ready? You ready to see this shit? Look at this. Watch. You ready? The White House. The White House has written me in Washington. Wow. Look at this shit, man. It's got my name on there. I'll cover that shit up. Not that you already don't know where I live, but you see the whole thing. And what's there right there? What's there? Holy shit. It's signed by Trump. It's signed by Trump. Oh my God. Look at this shit, man. This shit fucking is crazy, man. Look at that, man. I got a personal letter from Donald J. Trump. President Donald J. Trump has sent this reporter, this guy in Brooklyn, $1,200 direct deposit, and he's writing me a letter from the White House, where they keep the whites. The White House has sent me this letter. Fascinating, right? So let me read. Our great economy, our great country, starts off Trump. My fellow Americans, our great country is experiencing an unprecedented public and economic challenge as a result of the global corona pandemic. Did anybody else get this? Tell me one or two. One you got it, two you didn't. I'm curious if anybody else got a check from the good old president. So our great country is experiencing an unprecedented health and economic challenge as a result of the global coronavirus. Blah, 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 blah. I am pleased to notify you that as provided by the CARES Act, you are receiving economic stimulus payment of $1,200. We hope this payment provides meaningful support to you during this period. Every citizen should have tremendous pride in the selflessness, courage, and compassion of our people. This is a payoff, man. This is a payoff. Some people got it, right? One, all right. So Jason got his letter from the president. Crypto Cake got hers. Andy, Tom didn't get his. Vandaloo didn't get his. No, Vinny DiMartini got stiffed for his letter. I'm going to hang this motherfucker, man. This is great, man. It's a letter from Donald J. Trump, man. Wow. Just wow. Thank you, Trump, man. Thank you very much, Trump. Thank you very much. I'd shake your hand, but it's like fucked up now. You can't do that shit. So what else we got here? What else we got? Motherfuckers coughing on the plane, man. Coughing on the plane, man. We used to say, like, when someone was sick, and that's my story. I don't want to blow my story. But when someone's sick, you walk over and say, hey, are you okay? You put your hand on their shoulder and say, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need assistance? Now we say, motherfucker, you're gonna get me sick, man. Get off the fucking plane, dude. Dude, cover your face, man. Cover. We're going into crazy times, right? It's a psychological, nut shit going on, right? So speaking of nuts, Trump won't extend federal coronavirus social distancing guidelines. Good on you, Trump. Good on you. This is awesome. This is good news. It's good news. Good federal news right here, right? So Trump on Wednesday said the federal coronavirus social distancing guidelines, which expire today, Thursday, will not be extended as states have dealt their own restrictions. Okay. So now, federal government out of the way, and Trump is putting it on the states. Trump has officially put the social distancing rules on the good governors of this fine nation. They'll be fading out because now the governors are doing it. Trump told reporters in the Oval Office as he met with John Bel Edwards, the Democratic governor of Louisiana. The guidelines were presented in March, originally for 15 days, but Trump extended them for another 30 days to help slow the spread of the virus. So from the White House, it was 45 days total, and it was initially 15. What the hell is going on? 15, and then, this is what's going on. Make it 30. Add 30. So that was fine. Now it's over as of today. So no more federal guidelines, federal restrictions on social distancing or any of this crap. It's all up to the states now. All up to the states. So there should be a rally. There should be a rally cry and a kind of a domino effect from state to state now to reopen based on the evidence that the social distancing is not really something that needs to be done. Take your own precaution. If you want to get on that plane and somebody coughs, 1 in 3 chance of getting, because of the poor ventilation on a plane, you might want to bring your own equipment. Now 1 in 3 if it's a 5-hour flight, 1 in 5 if it's shorter, of getting sick from some idiot getting on a plane, coughing his ass off. Right? I believe in that. Hey, listen, I believe in screening people. And in a situation like that, that's not a bad thing to do. Listen, you're checking their boots. You're telling them to take their shoes off. You're cavity searching some of them because you think there might be something up there. Right? You're patting people down. You're x-raying their luggage. Why not just take the temperature? Right? Why not? I mean, that's not a hard thing to do. If you're going to be so invasive and check people's personal belongings, if you see somebody, if the line is 5 minutes, it's hard to hide the flu for 5 minutes. You'd be coughing, you'd be sneezing, you look bad, right? Sir, are you okay? Sir, are you okay? Can you step down this line right here? And we do a little just observation. Are you gonna get the whole fucking plane sick? I think that's fair in these times. It's not hard to do either. I just get the fucking the forehead thermometer, boom, boom, right? And you know the temperature. Someone's running a temperature, right? So there you go. Or coughing. Coughing's bad. Coughing is a tell in the flu. Every state in America has embraced those guidelines at a minimum, or even done more. And now our focus is working with states, said Pence. The current guidelines, I think you can say, are very much cooperated in the guidance that we've given states to open up America again. So Trump's signaling hard, bigly, from the White House, saying, I'm out of this. Today, Thursday, I'm out of this. Social distancing, it's up to the states. Now, how much are the governors going to roll over and say, oh, look, Trump, he doesn't care about you. He wants you to get sick. Open up and you'll get sick. That's what the governors could do if they want to paint Trump as the bad guy. Or they can follow the evidence and say, all right, looks like time to open up. Time to open up business. But people are afraid. Fear. Listen to AM radio. Let's listen. Let's find out. This is what's happening in the world.
There are remaining questions about various pockets of the market. And in
It is Tua or Fitzpatrick, and it is Josh Allen. Good Lord. Put that on the poll as well at Lebitard Show, Guillermo.
Guys are talking about sports.
UVC lights. This UVC light, a patented and clinically proven technology. Here's what you want to do. Go to phone so day for most of Sunday.
And even
No fear.
journalists
Fear. I'm looking for fear.
have a right to expect that the most serious claim is going to come out initially, close to the time of reporting. And so that's...
And, to have all these women come up and defend him, but he has...
The news seems to be a little lighter on coronavirus. Usually you turn the AM radio on, it's all corona.
In the end, I don't know that we'll ever know the truth.
You saw when Hillary endorsed him? Yeah.
Yeah, talking about politics again. So anyway, I learned today that the just listening to AM radio, that the ship, the USNS Comfort, is going to leave New York Harbor. I want to when I end the stream, I'm going to look into that. I haven't seen. I'll try to find the time frame, but I can look at the actual track the actual boat. You could see the boat. I have a website that I go to where you can actually see the boat and see where it is. Well, maybe we'll do that right now. I got nothing else to do, right? Tracking ships. Let's track a ship. Here we go. Let's track the ship. Let's track the ship together. Ooh, look at all these ships. Look at all these ships, and where is the USNS Comfort? There it is. USNS Comfort. Where are we? Okay, so where is let's track it. How do we track it? Get out of here. Track. Show on live map. There we go. I don't want to buy. I want to see it. Show on live map. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're making me buy it? You're making me buy? Add to fleet. Where are you? I'm going to go to another one. Hold on a second. This one's being dickheads. They're asking for money. Vessel finder. Let's try this one. Let's try the vessel finder. Look at all these boats, man. Could you imagine all these boats? So let's look at the USNS Comfort. See where you are. USNS Comfort. There we go. USNS Comfort. Show on the live map. Watch now. Watch live. God damn. This is being tough, man. Making me look small here. See, it takes a while. That's why I didn't want to do it on the show. But, here we go. Oh, it's still there. There it is. When did it update last? We have cracked the mystery. It updated 2 minutes ago. It is still there. It is still, here you are in Manhattan. There's the USNS Comfort. And, all right, man. Figured that shit out, man. Figured it out. USNS Comfort still at Pier 90 on 50th Street, and it's scheduled to pull out. So you see where it is, and you see where I am. I'm under the bridge, and that's where I'll probably, I will see it. I will see it come out. When it comes out, come out wherever you are. I'm gonna go watch it. I'll watch it and I'll film it. So kudos to Trump for ending the social distancing nonsense. That's a good thing. California went the other way. This is a tell right here, right? California going the other way. Look at this shit. California to close all beaches after crowds ignore social distancing rules. So now Trump can turn around and say, well, I don't know. I told the governors. I'm not just, I'm out of this. What? Who, me? I'm not supposed to tell them. I told the governors. Right? So that's what Trump's going to do now. And rightfully so. California will reportedly close all beaches and state parks Friday, that's tomorrow, after swells of beachgoers fled to the shore last weekend in defiance of the social distancing rules. The state's Governor Gavin Newsom will formally announce the decision Thursday. That's today, according to the memo. And he's just a bleeding heart liberal. People, you have to believe me that everybody will be safer. And I know it's hard to be in your home alone, but you have to do it for others. He'll give some kind of pitch like that. It's just bullshit, right? It's not looking at the facts. The facts are getting deleted from YouTube, as we could see. State Governor Newsom will formally, I said that already. After well-publicized media coverage of overcrowded beaches this past weekend, in violation of Newsom's shelter-in-place order, the governor will be announcing tomorrow that the beaches and all state parks in California will be closed effective Friday, May 1st, said the notification. Well, you don't have to worry about it here because it's fucking cold and it's raining in New York. But California, hey, listen, you got some weather. We're going to go sit on the beach. You got to listen to Newsom, which was sent. Okay, so this notification was sent out to all California police chiefs on Wednesday. Now, let's see if they do it, right? Because you remember in New York, the social distancing in Washington Square Park that I uncovered a police chief driving around Washington Square Park, splitting people up. But there was really never any enforcement. I still don't know of anybody who got arrested. I don't know of anybody who got a ticket for it. It's just a bunch of chiefs flexing their muscles. So will California start locking people up, swimming into the ocean and pulling the surfers out of the water because they're spreading the coronavirus in the ocean? Right? In the sun, in the salt water, on a surfboard? That's spreading the virus? Come on. Newsom on Monday blasted the beachgoers, singling out those who flocked to Huntington Beach and Newport Beach in Orange County. Those are two surfer beaches, I believe. Huntington and Newport. This virus doesn't take the weekends off. This virus doesn't go home because it's a beautiful sunny day around our coasts, said the governor. What a jackass. Photos swirled online last weekend of the coastal crowds who appeared to be flouting the social distancing rules as temperatures soared into the 80s on Friday. Flouting. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're happy. Flouting is being happy. You're at the beach. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing pockets of that as well. People are happy to be outside. And then other people are terrified, which I'm going to tell you about. I'll tell you about my personal experience. I'm going to make you wait for it. One image shows a group of at least 5 young women within 6 feet of each other on Huntington Beach. Wow, how dare them! Others show sunbathers sitting so close their towels touch. Oh man, what kind of times are we living in? There's fear. On the north side of the beach, bikers, dogs, and stroller pushing couples swarm the boardwalk, according to photos. Many without masks. Ooh, so I don't like that, man. This guy should be look how fucking this fat dude right here, man. So kids, you can't really see much in this photo. The photo doesn't reveal much. It's just like another beach day, and who even knows if that was the day. It looks from the distance, it looks like everybody's cramped together, but maybe on further analysis, people are rather close together, or not as close together, is what I want to say. Towels touching, right? It's not, you don't get sick towels touching. Hey, you touch my towel, motherfucker. So that's really all I got to. I want to tell you a story, right? So that my take on this, right, is the fear, right? I want to talk about fear before I let you all go, right? Because the fear, people are inundated with fear today. And let me just check something. Hold on a second. Are we cool? We are cool. So yesterday, right? I was having a little, I don't know, I get, every once in a while I get a little faint. I get a little flush. I have low blood pressure, right? Low blood pressure sometimes if and I don't sleep much, right? So I was feeling sometimes when I'm walking around, right, I'll get a little flush. I'll get a little, flash. I try to eat salty foods, but if I don't have salty foods, that'll drive your blood pressure up. So what happened was I'm feeling this kind of like symptom. Right, so I sit down, and sometimes when it's a little more intense, I get a little dizzy. I'll lay down. So I'm laying down on the bench, right? And this plays into the hands of help your neighbor kind of thing. That seems to be going out the window. People are afraid of others. People are fearful. They're living in their little cubicles, and my guess is that they're going to have a hard time reacclimating into regular society, in every aspect of their life. Do you feel safe enough to go to the movies? Do you feel safe enough to eat in a restaurant? Do you feel safe enough to take the bus? Right? Do you feel safe enough to ask somebody, are you okay? Right? Put your hand on their shoulder. Are you okay? Right? That's where we're leading, right? So I'm on the bench, right? And I was like this, right? It was cold out, right? But I was getting a little sweaty, right? So I laid down. I laid down on the bench, and when I get up, right? I got up, right? And I'm walking, and I see this guy looking at me with his kid, right? They're like, from, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 feet away, right? They were by the water, and I was by the bench. They're by the rail, and they're looking at me like this. They're looking at me like this, and the kid was kind of roaming around a little further out from his father, and the father said to the kid, he says, come over here now. Come over here now, as if to say, look at this sick dude on the bench. He's out, and he's sick. Rather than say, sir, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm just having a little moment. I'm just sitting down, right? The fear in the people. The guy said he tried to grab his kid away and gave me a darting look, as if I was making him sick. The potential to give him the bug. You're gonna give me the virus. When one thing has nothing to do with the other, right? Everything. It's like 9/11. Right? 9/11. Now we see. In post 9/11, everything is terrorism. Everything is seen in the eyes and the light of terrorism. And now we're approaching, the idea of love thy neighbor, is now going out the window. It's like, don't trust your neighbor. Your neighbor's going to get you sick. Your neighbor is going to give you the bug. Grab your children. Damn it. Pull your children away from the sick guy over there, right? That shit is... that is crazy shit, man, right? That's a crazy story, right? So what's the moral of the story? Fear. The moral of the story is fear. I had two acronyms come to mind. Fear, F-E-A-R. Fuck everything and run. That was the guy and his kid. Fuck everything and run, or face everything and recover. That's an acronym. If you know where I borrowed it from, you'll know where it's from. But fear, face everything and run. Is that how you're going to live your life? Face everything and run? A lot of people do that. Oh, it doesn't affect me directly. I'm going to shut my hole and shut up. Right? You wouldn't be good at this job. This job requires that you fly into it when there's creeps and stalkers and fucking conspiracy theorists up your ass. You blow them up. You don't run away. When there's criminal activity in municipalities, you talk about it, right? When YouTube fucks up, you talk about it, right? You build up a way around it, right? A website with other possibilities of getting your information out there. Don't leave the ball in one court, right? That's balls. That's face everything and recover, man. That's face everything and you run into the motherfucking fire, man. You run into that shit, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm made of, man. If you're at this channel, that's what you're made of too. I hope that's what you're made of, man. I hope that's what you're made of. So, false evidence appearing real. Thank you, Chris Mike. That's right. Right, false evidence appearing real. That's a good one. Thank you. I should have wrote that down. I forgot that one. It's face everything and recover. Fuck everything and run. False evidence appearing real. Fear. So thank you all for joining me. Vanderloo, Liz Virard. Sorry for my low energy today. I'll feel better tomorrow. I'll feel better in a little while when I get outside. Nanoplasmic, cytoplasmic nanobots. Vinny DiMartini, thank you so much, Vinny DiMartini. Let's give Vinny DiMartini a hand. Vinny DiMartini does a hard job, man. He knows all the creeps and the critters and the cockheads and the fuckers that come here and try to derail your message. I try to influence you in the chat. Conte, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's full of shit. He's a conspiracy theorist. He just doesn't like George and his crazy brother Dave, the stalker. That's what they'll tell you. So thank you all thank you, Vinny, for doing that. For being Vinny. Thank you, Vinny, for being Vinny. Hillary. Thank you, Carol Hayes. Thank you, Carol Hayes, for your ongoing support, for the T-shirt that I wear to my heart. Jesse Wiry, Jesse Wiry. Mel's Delta. Her Pooper. I love that name. Her Pooper. Camo Masso. Camo Masso. Andy Garcia's here. Thank you. Mitch Candiano. People showing their face. Right? Don't be afraid. Pat Hacker. Love Pat Hacker. Pat Hacker's an old friend. Calls me out all the time, but Pat Hacker, old friend. Thank you, Pat Hacker, for being here. Pat Hacker. All right, thank you guys, man. So I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go try to find the ship. I'm gonna go get a last look at some comfort. 2 minutes ago, let's hit the refresh button. It's still there, right? So that'll be my project today, to go down by the waterside and seek some comfort. Man. Hope you're all comfortable today. Marcus Conte reporting. Peace out.